What's up, everybody? I was like, I'm not doing this no more unless I get one more subscriber. And I'm up to 8. It's a miracle, man. I mean, I really like. It's just. I mean, I've done so much crap that I thought was pretty cool and unique. Like I hung up this homeless dude. All right, let's see in a nutshell. I have to stop presuming no one cares because I don't care. Like I wouldn't care, but I guess it's fascinating enough to some people, and I get it. But I just feel like I'm blabbing. Like, who cares, dude? But yeah, like I'm just like doing my daily, and it's like to me, it's like whatever. Let's see. I'm in Bradenton, Florida. In a nutshell, I got to the beach. It was a chaotic day. So, man, I went to Walmart. I had to get just random stuff, and then the Publix, and then to Aldi's. I had to get a bunch of food. So the refrigerator's full. The trailer is literally just. I had a party downtown St. Pete, which was like me and 2 other dudes, which I maybe have posted, but I don't know. And it was cool, and the cops came, and there was like 5 cops all standing around wondering what I'm doing, but they're cool about it. They're just interested and curious. So when the cops come, I'm usually like, all right, I'm gonna go, and I just throw everything in the back because it's just, I can't sit and organize it. These tires are gonna have to get replaced soon, just like everything else. You know, it's like I gotta get making some money somehow, some quickly. Wait, look at that. That's bullshit. All right, so you know, I got a spare, but still. And then okay, so I go to the beach because I can pull this thing on the beach and I can crawl underneath it because my lights went out. My cool spaceship lights went out because the wires melted because they got hot. And anyway, I resituated them. But I'm crawling underneath there, which was not a big deal because it's soft and I can just fly under there. Which before I did it at Walmart and I'm on this kind of cement on my back. It was all bloody and it sucked. So then I figured out, okay, I'll go to the beach. So I did that. Everything was good, and I just reinforced some of my amps because, like, I don't know, I just have this paranoia that my amps aren't getting enough power. So I put in a solar system. That's another thing I thought I was supposed to do. I was supposed to do like these how-to videos, but I'm like, who cares? Look, I left my window open. Whatever. Like, I gotta get the glass thing for it, and I gotta paint it, and all right. And then what did I do? Oh, so I had put a solar system in, which came out pretty sweet, but I didn't blow anything, but I gotta coat the roof, which is probably gonna be like $200. But I got 4 panels up there. Anyway, the cool spaceship lights went out, so I had to crawl into there. I got that, and then I was putting extra wire, like the whole under the carriage, just like wires and all this. But I got it all labeled, or I'm going to label it because I'm selling this thing eventually. So I'm gonna label all the wires, and it's all heavy duty wire that I found in the garbage, but like heavy duty conductive electrical wire. I always try to find scrap stuff I can use. So I did all that and everything was good. I'm good to go. And then all of a sudden I get ready to leave the beach and my frickin' lights, my running lights go out. And I'm like, oh, great. So I blew like 5 fuses. And now here I am, I'm paranoid because I did all this electrical work for like 8 hours working on the lights and then the amps and all this crap. And which made no sense because this is like a vehicle issue, not like amps and other things. So anyway, I'm fussing with the trailer lights, and what happened was the cab up here is probably like the last to be well, actually the whole front cab is the last to be remodeled. Like I just keep sweeping, like it starts from the bathroom and I just keep fixing and painting, and eventually it's going to be done. So I threw a blanket up there, and out of some weird coincidence, I don't even know how, but like pushed these 2 wires to connect together. And I was there for like an hour, and it's pouring rain. And then I finally fixed that. I'm good to go. I got the movie going. I'm like, all right, I'm going to Sarasota, party time sort of in my mind. And I'm driving. The lights underneath, the ship lights go out again. But I fixed that later. But nonetheless, oh yeah, I'm driving out of the beach, and literally a waterfall comes in the window because it was raining heavy. And I had the window open, and guess what's on the floor? Well, there's my seat, and then there's like my inverter, which transitions the power from battery to 120. And I don't know if that was it, but it probably was. It got it wet, and then it went out. And, you know, I got a cheap one for like 60 bucks from China, which, please forgive me. But I'm on a budget. I don't like doing it. But anyway, I don't know if that was the reason. So I lost my power for that. I mean, I got a backup generator, but the generator gas is crazy, as we all know. So I'm at the Home Depot, or I'm at the Walmart last night, and some homeless dude's like got tools and stuff, and he's like living in a truck or so. So I hung out with him, and we tried to fix the inverter, which it looked like we fixed it, but we didn't fix it. So then I went to Harbor. Oh, yeah. Then, I got the spaceship lights fixed. Anyway, I'm at a point now where I'm just at, I need to get some, power thingies. Like, dude, literally for, you know, those like round electrical things that connect bare wire to like a port. Like, they wanted 10 bucks for like these two little pieces of metal like that big. So I'm going, and then all the dudes there were wearing masks. So I was done with Lowe's, so I'm leaving. I'm not giving them my money. Hopefully Home Depot's not as lame. And so right at the current state, I'm in Sarasota. I'm going to get my inverter going, which I bought a new one, which wasn't bad at Harbor Freight 140. It's a little bit less wattage, but it's heavier duty. It's all metal. The one I had was plastic and whatnot. So maybe that'll suffice. I mean, it runs basically everything but my AC. So I have my generator for my AC, which now, see, I have these intake vents. Well, this is an intake fan, and that's an outtake fan. But it's just, it was blazing hot in there when I closed it up. So I need a mega freaking I'm going to get a big attic fan. And a big ass grate. You can see it, a big ass one of these. Another $100, but it's got to be ventilated. And why do I put it in there? Because there's nowhere else to put it. But I just ran the wire through the trailer. You know, I'm gonna touch all this stuff up. A lot of times I don't like to make everything secure and permanent because things happen and I change things, or just, it's all trial and error when you're doing your own crap. So what I do is I put it in a general usable format, and then I use it heavily. I abuse it, like the speakers. But speakers, I could just buy new ones. So I heavily abuse it to know its weaknesses, and then if it's good, I lock it down, paint it, make it all pretty, and it's gonna be all good. So this is my new inverter. It's only $1,500. The other one was $25, I think. But we're going to Home Depot because these people are a bunch of Nazis. Every one of the employees had masks on, and they're idiots. So that's my opinion. All right. Anyway, I'm going to post something later maybe, and maybe I'll get 10 subscribers and work my way up. And if we get to 100 million, then we'll be driving in like a really expensive RV, and anywhere I pull up, like I'll have fireworks that just blast off as I'm driving, like mortars, like everywhere I go. Like I will literally, like if I had this fantasy, like if I made millions of dollars, I would live in an RV still, but I would just make it a circus, and I'd actually have lawyers and like people follow me around for, like, you know, if I need to get bailed out of jail, which would probably happen. Maybe not, I don't know, but I mean it would. And then I'd have to have someone take over the RV, bail me out of jail, and then we just hit the next party. And then maybe eventually we get a following, and we just like, all right, we're going here, bring the bands, we got beer, we just frickin' just go ape shit, dude. And how you can afford this kind of lifestyle? See, if you notice, like I don't live, I live pretty lavishly living in here because I'm not broke, and I have capital, generally speaking. I mean, I really don't have that much, but I'm never broke. And it's like the more money I have, I just kind of live off of less. So I put more away. So if I have $1 million in the bank and I'm living in a 1995 motorhome, it's like, all right, dude, throw me in jail. And then I get out and we just throw a bigger party and we just keep going. And then somehow we make money on the YouTube, and we keep making more money, and they're like, whoa, dude, this guy's doing crazy stuff. And that's how I'll live. Like, I'll never max out the million. I'd have to have like an airplane or something, I'd have to have like billions of dollars. Or even like a nice house, I'd have to have at least 10 million to live in a normal size house. Because then when I live in the house, we're just gonna be like having like zoo animals walking around in my backyard. Like, dude, you can't have kangaroos and stuff. I'm like, why not, man? And then you just pay the fines. You just do whatever you want, you just gotta pay the fines. So that's my mindset. It's like, all right, how do I do absolutely crazy stuff and pay the fines and get out of jail and just keep the money secured? I'll probably give it to some homeless guy. I'm like, hey dude, I need like 10 grand. I know I'm retarded, but okay, I gotta go. I'll post later, maybe. Bye.